Saturday morning. I'm making my breakfast. Rained all last night. Didn't have a good tent set up, so it was a little bit wet inside. All's good though. I kept warm. I don't think it got as cold. It was about 45. I guess when the sun started coming up, it was 50. So I think that's good. So anyway, right now I'm boiling some water. I'm gonna have some coffee, and then I'm gonna get on the road. There was one guy here. His name was Rack, and he was going to go 15 today, and I'd be lucky if I could get do 11. So, we said some things, but we only saw each other. He came in really late last night and told me he did a 20-mile day yesterday. Not for me. I only did 7.5, and I feel today's a stretch at 11. So, if I do 11, it has about 3,000 feet of climb where I only did 2,000. Much smaller. So there is a high probability, if I don't get going soon, that I won't be able to make it to that place. I have to set up a little bit longer to, I have to stop sooner because I need time to set up my tent and get all situated, and I definitely need to eat today, so I'm going to break for lunch. So yesterday I didn't take any breaks, and I didn't eat, and last night I had cramps all night, and it was fun times in the old tent. Again, I basically slid down the side of the tent, flattened my bathtub, water started gushing in. I guess I should let you guys know the thing that's knocked me off the trail last year was sleeping. I wasn't getting much sleep at all. So my doctor, he gave me a prescription, and last night when I was in my tent by like 7, at 10 o'clock, I didn't want to do it because in the daytime it makes me kind of jittery, but I gave up about 10 o'clock. It worked. Woke up at 3:30. My tent had collapsed. I had about 5 gallons of water where my feet couldn't move, and I was like, what the hell, how did I sleep through that? Well, I guarantee you that little pill kind of knocked me on my tooster. So that's the good news. Out of all this, if I can sleep through that, everyone, I think I got a solution. So I don't think lack of sleep, as long as I have these little magic pills, will be a problem. Now, getting up and not falling, and having the jitters all day seems to be my next issue. So you see me jittering here, or going back and forth, is because I got to set up my trash bag. I'm going to put this coffee bag into this cup, and it's a collapsible cup, and that's what my coffee's going to do. But because you're in Leave No Trace Behind, I got to take that bag and put it in this, and then put it back and start a garbage. So I keep on going back and forth because I keep on forgetting I have to do this. Anyway, I will talk to you up trail, but broke down my tent, got some things dry, put back on the wet socks. My shoes are wet, so I didn't want to ruin my only dry pair. I want to use that when my shoes dry out. So I start out with like a 3.5 mile climb. So after I get done here with my breakfast, been climbing, but get this, I only have been climbing at 1 mile an hour. It's beautiful up here. I'm making my way to Knott Shelter. Knob something shelter. Sorry. I just looked it up too. Damn. Anyway, before I start huffing and puffing, I would just tell you I'm probably not going to make 11 miles since I'm going so slow. And I got about 700 more feet to climb. There we go. 700 more feet to climb. But I did want to show you halfway up. Right now, right on the side of the mountain, there's a little place. This is by the duck pond. And then I don't have too much after that to get to the top. I think there's going to be a good view up there. I'm going to eat lunch. So I won't make the 11. When I get up there, I will figure out a plan. It's going to probably be more in the 7 mile range. That's okay, because when you're hiking at 1 mile an hour, it'll be very easy to overdo it. So anyway, having a good time. Pushed out about 10 o'clock. Was surprised it was so late. Took me a long time to get ready this morning because of the rain in my tent. Had to dry out a few things as best I could. The thing I couldn't dry out was my quilt. So wherever I go, I gotta stop long enough to have my quilt, put it outside, and let it dry out. Okay. I took a few steps and then I came across this. This is the duck pond. But also, I'm gonna rotate 180. There's the trail I'm going up. But look at this. I got a view of mountains. Whoa. There we go. That's awesome. I was down in that ravine earlier. So, okay. It was so beautiful, I thought I'd share. All right. Chestnut Knob Shelter, elevation 4,405. Inside the shelter, this is a concrete shelter. It's a door, and so it keeps you out. It's at the top. Here's 2 beds. There's a bed, and there's a bed up top, and there's room for 2 people there. So, very beautiful shelter. No water up here. There was they set a pipe of running water, and I found it wasn't, so I'm down to half a bottle of water. And then at the bottom here, I got to take time and fill up the water, but I have to make a dilemma. I need to either stop in about 1.5 miles for the night due to or go 6 more miles because there's no water available after this for the next 6 miles. So I'm gonna go down. It's already 1 o'clock, and gosh, I just feel so bad if I only, go 3 or 4 miles. What comes into factor here is I'll run out of food because I'm going slower than I anticipated. So it's a balancing act. And by the way, for 6 miles after this, there's no place to put a tent after I get down off this mountain, and also there's no water. So although I feel really bad I didn't do that much today, I most likely will be calling it a day at the bottom of this hill. I'm okay because we only have less than 7 or 8 of these 4,000 elevation. Naturally, it depends on where you came from, what elevation you did. But we'll be lower than this for most of the time in Virginia. So, all for now. I'm gonna get back down there and reevaluate. Yeah, I only averaged probably 1 to 1.5 miles an hour coming up the hill, and that's just not gonna get it. But on the other hand, it's my second day and I haven't done this, so I'll give myself a break. All right, we'll catch up with you later. Bye. I've decided I'm going to just go down the mountain in a minute and just camp down there. So instead of just going, look at how beautiful this is, looking down here in the valley. It's just gorgeous. The mountains, but that's beautiful. And then coming down here, there's actually a nice access road right there. So when I get to the bottom of the mountain, I might be close to civilization. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm just going to sit here for a minute and just take in this and all the beauty, and just hike down and set up my tent. From there. All right. Day 2 is coming to an end. I'm at the campsite or on the dirt road, and I did 5.2 miles, about 1,800 feet of climb, not too much descent. Was really struggling today because of lack of food and lack of water. I didn't build it up. So I fundamentally did a lot of things wrong yesterday. Fresh Grounds was a scene for sore eyes at the bottom here, and he fed me spaghetti, very good. I got some Gatorade and everything, and very important. It's incredible because I'm going so slow. My resupply is gonna, it would, run out. So I feel very fortunate, and the surprise was he's going to stay here tonight, and he's going to feed us in the morning breakfast. Wonderful guy. Fresh Grounds is nationally known on the AT Trail as one of the best providers of trail magic. It's his mission, and he gave me his story, and I'll respect his privacy, but it's pretty frigging awesome. Tomorrow, so back, water seems to be a problem for the next 9 miles. So this is the only cache of water for the next 9 miles, and so that's why I didn't go further. Number one is like the water, and number two, the campsite was 9 miles, and I just wasn't feeling it. So short day. I'm glad I did it. I have a great tent set up tonight. It's awesome, and we're supposed to have 70-degree weather tomorrow. Probably only going to go 9 miles, 9.5. I'm underestimated not getting ready for the trail, how hard it is out here. It is hard, and so I think 9 would be 9.95. That puts me in the same area. Ascending is the issue, 2,000 feet. So the flat walking is fine. It's the ascents that are giving me difficult. Most of the people I hiked with last year knew long ascents are not my thing. It takes me forever. And so, matter of fact, I calculated its cube root function. I get behind everyone on that. So I knew today was going to be difficult for me. Ups and downs are much better for me, but this was a long 3-hour slug, And so I'm glad it's behind me, but I look for better days in the future. Body's good. I'm going to take my magic pill tonight. Um, I'm trying to drink as much water as I can, have some Gatorade here, get a good breakfast in the morning. And by the way, Fresh Ground's feeding me both dinner and breakfast, lets me keep my reserves for myself for later. And I'm going to stock up with his fruit tomorrow. And so the trail always provides, which is a saying out here, and it's true. It's fantastic. So this is the close, and we will catch up with you tomorrow.